What's up, boys? We're taking a look at some more MLB player props in today's video. Let's go ahead and hop straight in here. Welcome to all the NBA guys who are coming over with no NBA today, looking for some player props to play, especially on Prize Picks with the Flex Fest that we have today. Flex Fest here. So I think that's what they're calling it, right? Flex Fest? Yeah. So if you guys aren't on Prize Picks, I highly recommend joining. Use code DOMG to match your first deposit 100% up to $100. But this is what we got going on right now. You guys can pause the video right now if you guys want to take a look at these more, but we're getting higher payouts on some flex plays today. So I'm really liking the 3s and 4s for sure. 5s I do like as well. The 13 times is pretty sweet, but that's what we got going on. Flexes, amazing on Prize Picks. So like a 3 play, and if you get 2 out of 3 right on like a 3 pick or whatever, you still get 1.5 times payout today until midnight today, I believe. So pretty sweet deal on Prize Picks right now. I highly recommend joining again. You guys have been using my code. I seriously do appreciate it. But I got 3 player props for you guys in today's video. Let's go ahead and hop straight in. Go follow me on Twitter if you guys want to see the plays in, I guess, tweet format, so you guys don't have to watch the videos. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter, DOMG Props. DOMG Props on Twitter. Go ahead and give me a follow over there. I've started posting on there as well. But video plays, you guys get more of a breakdown. So, but yeah, let's go ahead and just hop straight in, man. But make sure you guys go ahead and like the video and subscribe. I seriously would appreciate it. And don't join the Patreon today. Do it tomorrow if you guys are interested in joining. A couple of you guys have been joining, and you got to pay again tomorrow. So yeah, don't join today, the Patreon. If you guys are interested in joining, join tomorrow. You guys just get more of my research here for some player props. And yeah, but let's go ahead though and take a look at these player props here. All right, so let's take a look at Berrios here. He's my favorite play of the day, or one of them. He's not my favorite play of the day. It already got bumped, but that's one of the other benefits for Patreon. They get everything as soon as I put it out. So they got 2 props before they got bumped already today. But anyways, Jose Berrios here over 16.5 pitching outs is my first prop that I am liking today. Jose Berrios over 16.5. I do want to say, always detail at your own risk. Always play everything at your own risk. I'm just telling you guys what I like. I'm not telling you guys to play anything. So do keep that in mind when you guys are creating your entries. But let's take a look at Jose Berrios here, over 16.5. So this is an earlier game. It's at 3:07 today. I don't have anything for the 2:15 game, but 3:07 today. It is a higher over/under at 8.5. Usually they're kind of around 8, 7, 7.5. So, but Toronto is favored. He is a pitcher for Toronto, so that's good. We want him to have less runs scored on him so that he doesn't get pulled very early, but because that's the whole thing with the pitching out props here. So if you guys don't know how pitching out props works, it's pretty much if there's 3 outs in an inning. So if he was to pitch 5 innings, that's 15 pitching outs. So we need him to go 5.2 innings, so get 17 outs here. So don't even need him to pitch a full 6. But this is his game log here. If you guys take a look into this one. But Jose Berrios here, if you take a look more into this one here, he's at 18.5 at other places. You have a 2-out bump here on Prize Picks. That's freaking huge. So he's at 17.5 and 18.5 on other places. So you guys get a discount here on Prize Picks. And he's an 84% hit rate at home between this season and last season. So that's pretty huge right there. And he's gone over in 4 out of this. I'm sorry, no. Houston has allowed, if you take a look at this, 4 out of the last 10 starting pitchers that they faced to go over this. So, which is honestly a good hit rate considering the MLB and just kind of how it like really shapes out with like these pitching out props. Usually 4 out of 10 hit rate for these are pretty good, especially when you have a guy like Jose Berrios going against the Houston Astros. So that's how I kind of think of it. But I'm liking the spot here for Jose Berrios, especially with there being a huge edge right now on Prize Picks with it being at 16.5. So there's a ton of value here in Jose Berrios over 16.5, I think. So that's the first prop that I like today. So let's go ahead and move on, though, and talk about another pitching out prop, and then we'll go ahead and talk about a strikeout prop at the end here. But, all right, let's go ahead and talk about Luzardo here. So Luzardo here, I actually had to have him fill in for this prop here because I did like another prop, but it got bumped, unfortunately. So I had to go ahead and do a quick replacement here and put Jesus Luzardo in here. So I guess he's technically my least favorite in this video. So, but Jesus Luzardo here is still a ton of value. I definitely do love this play. He's on my list, but let's take a look at this Miami game. So Miami, it's a 6:10 today. He is pitching at home. I will say that he is pitching at home. Be aware of that. He's pitching at home. It usually gives pitchers a pretty good edge. It really depends on the pitcher. He does have a tiny bit of an edge. It does jump up a little bit percentage-wise on him hitting this. So I'm going over. But 7.5 over-under here, so pretty much average. Miami is favored, which we're not really too too psyched about, but it is minus 120, so it's nothing too crazy. So, but he is going against Robbie Ray here with the Mariners. So, if you take more of a look into this one here, Jesus Luzardo here, he has a 25% hit rate between this season and last season. 25%. He is 0 for 3 this season at hitting this mark. And Seattle has only allowed 2 out of the last 10 starting pitchers to go ahead and go over this. And if you take a look at this here, the 2 starting pitchers to go ahead and go over this mark here was Drew Rasmussen, which was insane. I can't believe he went over. It's ridiculous that he went over in that game. First time in his career he went over, by the way. We took him that day, or I did, I played him that day. It was freaking ridiculous. Anyways, Carlos Hernandez is the other guy to go ahead and go over, and he went over by 1. He had 16 pitching outs. So, yeah, I mean, all these other pitchers, Jeffrey Springs, Matt Wisler, Bubic only had 2 innings pitched here. He was not good in that game. Brad Keller went under. Dave Dunning went under. John Gray even went under. So a lot of these guys ended up going under. Urquidy, if I didn't even pronounce that name right. But yeah, that's his game log right here too. You can take a look at what he's got for his innings pitched and all that. You can take a look and just see how many times he has gone over this mark. Not many. He's had 15 in 2 games a season. So, it's going to be a sweater for sure. You just need him to not, get an out in the 6th inning. But you take a look, 5, 4.1, 5, 5.1. So he did go over against Philadelphia here. This was last season, 4, 4, 4.1. So you just need him to stay under that 5.1 mark. So 5 and less is hits. So that's what I'm liking right there for Jesus Luzardo pitching outs right there. All right, let's take a look at one final prop here in Clayton Kershaw. So Clayton Kershaw here, 6.5 strikeouts. I like him on the over here. I like Clayton Kershaw over 6.5 strikeouts here. So Kershaw here, he's one that I'm definitely liking. If you take more of a look into this one, he's a minus 156 at the time of this recording to go over 6.5 strikeouts. He is 2 for 3 this season and is 8 for 10 in his last 10 games when he's pitched at home with 60 plus pitches. So also Detroit is ranked 10th in K percentage, so strikeout percentage to left-handed pitchers. So I'm liking the spot here for Clayton Kershaw for sure. Great hit rate at home when he's actually, throwing a decent amount of pitches, 60 plus. So he also has a pretty good matchup here in Detroit. So I'm liking the spot here. So I'm usually not a big fan of taking super high, strikeout numbers, but also it's a 7.5 run over under, which is average. But then you have the Dodgers here at minus 350 favorites here. That's that's a pretty big number right there. So yeah, they're not expecting the Detroit Tigers to score very many runs, which hopefully that means Clayton Kershaw stays in a little bit longer. Just, kind of hoping that he doesn't have the pitch count ran up on him. So, but he should be in a pretty good spot here. Hopefully grab those strikeouts pretty early is what we're kind of hoping for. And hopefully be an easy one, but not saying it will be. But this is a strikeout game log. You can take a look here, 3, 7, 13. He did have a lackluster performance here against the San Diego Padres, but he did go over against Atlanta and easily against Minnesota here. So I'm hoping he can have one of those 7 innings pitched games, which honestly, it's Detroit. He possibly could. Just, it's going to depend on how many pitches he ends up throwing, obviously. But that's what I'm kind of liking for today, man. So again, to kind of recap here, I like Jose Berrios over 16.5 pitching outs, Luzardo under 15.5 pitching outs, and Clayton Kershaw over 6.5 strikeouts. Always tailor at your own risk. Always do your own research, all that different stuff. I'm just showing you guys what I like. So hopefully you guys enjoy FlexFest today over on PrizePicks. Again, join using code DOMG. It's available in most states if you guys are not already on PrizePicks. But that's going to do it. Follow my Twitter, DOMG Props. Patreon, join it tomorrow if you guys are interested in joining. Please do not join it today because, there's no point in joining today. But, that's pretty much going to do it, man. I appreciate watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.